What I need to know is, what am I doing to get from 28 to 33? First thing I want to do that I didn't do the last time is I want to label this. I'm going to label this as a sub 1. That's my first term. My second term is a sub 2. My third term is a sub 3. And my fourth term is a sub 4. So a just is a variable representing the sequence. And 1 is the first term, 2 is the second, 3 is the third term, 4 is the fourth, and so on. Now my common difference is going to be, what do I do to get from 28 to 33? We think it's add 5. If I really want to double check it to make sure, I'm going to take the second term, which is 33, and I'm going to subtract 28 from it, right? And when I hit enter, guess what I get? 5. So we're adding 5. Now, if I add 5 to 33, I get 38, don't I? And let's check one more time. What is 5 plus 38? It's 43. So what's my common difference? Yep, so my common difference that we're going to say is D. It's a positive 5. We can write the plus 5 down if we want, or you could just write down 5. Okay? But we're definitely adding 5. Now, if I look at my calculator and I want to know the next couple of terms, I've got 28, right? I'm going to add 5 to that. That gives me 33. If I add 5 to that, whoops, I got to do add 5 every time. Whoops. So if I add 5, I'll get 38. Add 5 again, I'll get 33. Add 5 to that, I get 48. Add 5 to that, I'll get 53, 58, and then 63. So what are my next 3 terms? My next 3 terms are 48, comma, 53, and then 58, right? So I go 43, 48, 53, 58, right? And all I'm doing is adding 5 to the previous term. Now, to get the explicit, I'm going to say a sub n is equal to, what's my first term? 28. But I'm going to end up adding 5 to it, right? So I'm going to end up adding 5 to it times whatever number it is. So what do I do to the 28? Well, I do the opposite. Since I'm going to add 5, I would subtract 5. So what is 28 minus 5? 23. Now, what's cool about this is if I wanted to figure out my a sub 3, right? We know that a sub 3 should be 38. If I've done my formula right, that means I'm going to get 23 plus 5. Wherever there's an n, I'm going to plug in the number 3. 5 times 3. So let's see what that is. If I plug that in my calculator, if I say 23 plus 5 times 3, I should get 38. I do. So because this is 38, I know that my explicit formula is correct. There any questions on that? Now I want to introduce something new to you. It's called the recursive notation. Now recursive notation is just a little different, except it's not as complicated. Our current term is what we would call a sub n, but we're going to base it on what the previous term is. In other words, I'm going to say the previous term, which is a sub n minus 1, and then whatever our common difference is. Now when we do the recursive notation, we got to define what the first term is. So my first term, a sub 1, is just 28. Okay?